Way. So, what's happening, guys? I hope everybody is doing just swimmingly tonight. This is Ray with Spray Wash Academy, Spray Wash Pro. It is August 16th, halfway through the month. Have a change in the lineup. Was not able to go and change up the description, but James Mizelle is not going to be able to join us tonight at the last minute. This happens with guests sometimes. So you got me. Chris Kunze, how are you, buddy? Our good friend Chris is watching on Facebook. Y'all know Chris just broke his dang ankle, just had surgery, and my heart just goes out to him. And it's tough. And one of these things, we talk about insurance a lot. Guys, get yourself some disability insurance. Just you got to. I'm going to have to make this very short. I just got a message from Tanya. Power just went off at the house because we are in the middle of a little tropical storm here. Hold on one second. So go into my nightstand. There are two flashlights right in there. I will make this as quick as possible and be home momentarily. So that's, James, we're actually on the waiting list for a Generac. It's 6 months right now. 6 months until I see for a Generac. No amount of money, begging, anything helps you. But yeah, I'm gonna still talk to you a little bit because there are a couple things that I want to get out and going and talk about this evening. And you're gonna need a drink too. So. Like a woolen. It's been one of those days. So, no, they'll be okay for a little bit. They're awesome. They're resilient. They're amazing people. So, like I said, we'll be back there in a minute. So, I'm gonna go help them though. Anyway, y'all know that in 2 days, the huge convention starts. We take our traveling menagerie up there tomorrow. We'll be getting into Atlanta on the 17th. The pre-show classes start on the 18th, and then the huge convention itself, boom, full tilt, hardcore 19th and 20th. Hope to see you up there. We're doing our pre-show of the basics course and plant and property protection in the afternoon. And then Jason Ayers will be, we'll be doing a little rig building class just for pro members only, and probably a little happy hour that evening too. God, that's good. Okay, so one of the things that James and I were going to talk about tonight was commercial sales. And I'm not necessarily at liberty now that I've sold my business to talk about what my bottom line or front line numbers are, because they're not mine. They're just not, unfortunately. They're crystal clean. So I don't have authorization to sit here and tell you, we are personally, which I used to always be very upfront. I can tell you this, for the first 4 months of this year, we were at, looking at the numbers, 300,000 for the first 4 months. Now, so we've got June, July, August. We're a lot more than that for the second 4 months of this. And so much of it was because of commercial real estate. And that's one of the things that James and I wanted to talk about, and James does a lot of commercial work over in the Jacksonville market. What we are seeing right now is what we're seeing is just commercial work flying off the rack, tons and tons and tons of commercial stuff. And a lot of this commercial stuff has to do with all the cash that's out there. And I've talked to other business owners and other, very, very successful business owners. Just talked to Andrew Snyder yesterday, who I consider to be a very good friend with Agent Clean. And Andrew has a business that mine was a little dwarf compared to his. And he said, well, Ray, you think about it, we've pumped in $6-7 trillion to the economy, and actual, stimulus relief that the American people have gotten $800 billion or something. So that's left $5-6 trillion out there that stimulated the government and new programs and businesses and things like that have gotten. There's so much commercial work out there right now. I know that for me, like with the PPP loans, and we took 2 rounds of PPP loans. Thank you, government. But we also had to go. We had to go and make sure all that money was accounted for and spent, because if we weren't spending that money, we were going to have to pay that money back. Well, think about that. Your commercial customers are doing the same exact thing. Your commercial customers are having to spend money right now. So back to that in just a thing, because I don't want to sit here and ignore a couple of these questions. So the big thing, where's the big bum James? So James had to cancel. James also didn't realize that he was banned from Facebook Live. He's in Facebook, I wouldn't say Facebook jail. He's in Facebook probation right now. So been there, done that. Who am I to judge? Somebody asked about Doug. Doug is bad off. I mean, he's on the right side of the grass and all, but he can't even talk by phone. We've been texting back and forth, and he just feels absolutely, miserable. And please keep him in your prayers. He and his wife both have it. It just broke his heart that he's not going to be able to come to Atlanta and teach. But, it's for the best. I don't even think he'll be contagious at that point. He's out of the 10-day window. But man, I don't think he'll have the energy to do it, because even as of today, he could barely, he couldn't talk. I tried to talk. We had to text back and forth. He just didn't have the energy to do that. So Taylor is a friend of mine, and in my market here, he's agreeing, that the commercial work is absolutely insane. We're seeing customers that haven't had the money to wash in years getting out and washing stuff. Hey, Perry Tate, hope you're doing well. Perry Tate, the manufacturer of all the Reach It stuff. Good equipment. Love my Reach It poles, my brushes. That new little radial brush is the bomb. My guys fight over that one. Gene O'Neill. Yeah, thanks. And anybody, if you're a praying person, prayers out for Dougie. I know he would appreciate it. Thank y'all all so much. Love that. Who was that? Luke said he's noticed a spike in commercial. So the commercial work is out there, and I'm hearing guys saying, well, my residential is guys that are primarily residential. I'm hearing them saying, yeah, residential's kind of sucking right now. Residential hasn't been that good for me. We've noticed a huge drop off in our residential calls. A lot of washers that I've noticed and we still have a lot of residential calls, but the drop off. In fact, it was kind of funny. I I went out and did a quote the other day for, Golden Eagle, nice big roof house, driveway wash, $1,200-$1,500 job. Got out there, they had called in like 3 days prior. And, we always give the disclaimers, it'll be, a couple of days. You'll have your estimate within 2 to 4 days. I got out there, the house had been washed. So I know that there's cleaning companies in town that literally can, I always find that ironic that they can literally wash the house before I can even get out there to quote it. I just thought that was kind of fun. Ray was talking about he got 28 days and then got pneumonia for another 10. That is something else that's been going around. In fact, I see somebody here. I'm not at liberty to say who it is, but he had the walking pneumonia. Must be Trump's fault. Yeah, absolutely. And good evening to you. So now I want to get into this. I want to tie in this commercial work thing to another thing, to another aspect of this business. And I know that on replay, even though we have great numbers for people who are watching this on replay, this broadcast will get watched, hundreds of times after, later by new guys, by people just getting into the industry. Let me check a couple of comments here, though. So, Matt, you had a question. You have an economic solution to clean sidewalks and curb in our small town. Is there a business there? The neighborhood looks so much better when that mold and dirt is cleaned off. Absolutely. If I was you, I would go to spraywashpro.com and see if you're looking for a professional to do it. Go to spraywash.com, look in our membership directory, and you may find somebody there at Spray Wash Pro who is in your neighborhood that would love in your city and do that. If you're looking to get into the business at the same time, go to spraywashpro.com, and you'll find some information about that there. Well, Rusty, let's see here. Oh, man, Wild West, I'm so hacked off about that. Yep. Jim Gamble, I know you're a ton commercial. That's all you really do. And I think you probably agree that you've probably seen your commercial numbers spike up pretty well. Yeah, I'm so aggravated about Afghanistan. I had way too many friends go over there and spend time in that miserable hellhole, and for us to just walk off, and I just don't even get me started. I will down this bottle of Lagavulin and permits to have a cussing fit tonight. Oh, Rusty, we're right in the middle of Tropical Storm Fred right now. In fact, that's why I've got to leave this show early to go home and take care of the wife because the power's out in that area of town right now. I don't know if it's a tree down on our road or what, but I'm going to carry a generator home and backfeed it into the thing. We've got the throw switch so we can take care of that. So once the kids are back in school, the bigwigs are back from vacation, this year will be extremely busy. Absolutely. Traditionally speaking, in my business, from spray wash exterior cleaning, not our current configuration as Crystal Clean. Understand, I do not speak for Crystal Clean whatsoever. I would never presume to do that. Whenever I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to you as either Spray Wash Pro, Spray Wash Academy, or my past business of Spray Wash Exterior Cleaning. But our two slowest months were February and August. And a lot of things go on dynamically in August. Is you've got people that are spending for back to school. They're spending on the family vacation. They're trying to get one more gig in with their family. A lot of areas, it's just so miserably freaking hot, they don't even go outside anymore, and it's September in a lot of the areas where the weather finally starts to change. But August, just people aren't outside as much in August. So it's normal for residential calls to die off some in August. One thing that we've noticed, though, through the past several years in August is that with our governmental school accounts, somebody has always forgotten something or some money finally got released. and they've got some last minute things to do at the colleges and universities. That's happening to us right now. We've got 3 major projects we're working on right now at Florida State University. It's all hands on deck for us, and I've got to get them done in by next Saturday. In fact, we were fighting with students and parents this week because it was move in to the dorm day on Sunday, and just absolute insanity on that campus. So another comment, drop off and calls, commercial prospects, been a field of solar panels. I love doing solar panels. That's actually a class we have over in Spray Wash Pro about how to clean solar panels on there. Or at least how we did it, and what, the manufacturers say about it. Oh, Garrett Dykes, one of my hometown boys. Yeah, totally agree with companies getting the jobs and doing them before we can quote them. Not downplaying, but it shows that a lot of people just have no idea what caliber of service they're paying for by being impatient. 100%. And Garrett, that one that I talked about the other day in Golden Eagle, I noticed some browning over there on kind of funny. Obviously, somebody did not do a great job of keeping some landscaping, watering. And, if you're a homeowner who's watching this video, which, believe it or not, there are homeowners that have watched, these videos before, you really have to question your health. You have to question someone and say, why is it that 90% of the companies that I've called for a quote are telling me it's going to be 3, 4, 5 a week before I can even get a quote? And these other companies are saying, yeah, I can get on it immediately. There's probably a reason. They either have a horrible reputation, or they're brand new and they might not have the experience that's really needed to handle the project that you're doing. So think about that. That's also something that you as a washer can use as a sales tactic, I hate the word tactic in that, but as part of your sales pitch, say, guys, you understand there's people that I can't get there because we have a backlog of demand for our services, and that's running 3 trucks, and we're still booked out for 4 to 6 weeks. Somebody can literally come here today or tomorrow and handle your project. Ask yourself, and it's not only our company, but I know the other reputable companies in town have that same kind of backlog. Oh no, Jim, I can still help you with it. Because I kept the rights to Spray Wash Academy and Spray Wash Pro. We wrote that into the contract because I told them, one of my true loves is this training, so I can absolutely help. In fact, by the time my management contract is done, I'm really doing full steam ahead in Spray Wash Pro and Spray Wash Academy. So I'm actually very excited about that part of my life, and finally having the time to dedicate to that. I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, red tide has been so horrible down in there. Awful. Yeah, Nick Weissenberger, radial brushes, and certainly order from Nick. Nick is a power wash store owner as well. But those radial, I need to do the window cleaners laugh at me because I'm not a window cleaner, and honestly, our company probably does more window cleaning than a lot of window cleaning companies that actually say they're window cleaners. I'll show you some of the equipment, especially Perry's. I love that radial brush. Todd's saying his residential has dropped off too. Commercial's been a lot more competitive because of that. Showed and convinced you are the best choice. Building Wash NC. I'll tell you guys, commercial's where it's at. He wants more commercial work. I used to do a hood cleaning class. I stopped doing a hood cleaning class. I used to teach, in fact, taught several decent hood cleaners how to clean hoods, but I don't have time, and we sold our hood cleaning business, in fact, to Taylor Hildebrand, who still cleans hoods here in Tallahassee. And it's something I don't feel right about, training something that I don't actually do anymore. Anthony, if feel free to holler at us. Can always use subs here in Tallahassee. Here he's got a new 22-inch solar rocker in production. 22 is nice. That sounds good. Luke, where is your neck of the woods? Tell me where Crystal Clean just invaded. I'd love to know. The company is definitely expanding and growing. Incredible company. Ken saying, it's amazing how many dirty commercial properties I see and handed out cards to and got 0 calls. They're still dirty, so I think your approach is wrong. I think you're right. Now, this is one of the things that I kind of wanted to get into, and I'm trying to got a ton of great comments on here tonight. But one of the things that I wanted to get into and talk about is, I see still, and it really hacks me off. There's so many the gurus out there, the gurus. There are so many guys out here selling classes at this point. That they're selling the classes, they're selling the dream, they're selling the, hey, buy my $300, $500, $800 class, and I'm going to make you successful. And I saw one of the guys the other day who's just sitting there, and he's got his phone by the pool, and he's talking about, and I hardly even go out to houses to bid anymore, and just do everything on my phone right here, and it's just such easy money. Anybody that tells you this business is easy is full of shit. There, I said it. I said a dirty word. It's not easy. It's not. Nobody can guarantee you success. And I'm one of the guys that's probably been a lot more successful than most people in this industry. And I say that with no hubris in mind. I've been very blessed. I've worked my tail off for it. I've had an amazing partner in Tanya Burke that's helped me get there to do it. But you never have heard me say, hey, join Spray Wash Academy and we're going to make you successful. Or if you join Spray Wash, I guarantee you're going to have success, because I cannot guarantee your success. You can guarantee your success. I can show you the path that I took, but I can't sit there and say, yes, if you do this, you'll be successful, because I don't know what your work ethic is. I don't know how your presentation is. But to sit there and take people's money and to say, oh, yeah, all I do is just, have an auto quoter and use Responsibid, and I just text people back and forth, and I send people out, and I just make all kind of money, and you give me $500, and I'll show you how to do the same thing. Coincidentally, I'm going to need a couple of $100 a month from you to manage your Facebook ads and stuff. It's horse crap. It's absolute horse crap, and stop pissing your money away. And if you're one of these new guys out there, and this industry is really changing, and we're seeing a lot of the guys that are falling for these programs, are the same people that buy crap off of infomercials. They think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. Now there are some amazing people. It's a huge heck. I saw Wesley, Wesley's little 22-year-old wonder kid, and is doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And he just started a few years ago, maybe 3 years or something in business. We can actually scale and ramp our businesses. And we're, our curve used to be like this. If you get the right foundation and you learn from the right people, your scaling curve can be like this. But if you think this is something easy and you can buy a class and it's just gonna magically happen, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. And if you think you're gonna get out here and do this with a Simpson power washer, and I can make $30,000 a month after month after month, with a $700 Simpson power washer and a 15-inch surface cleaner that sticks on the end of the wand, you're going to be sorely disappointed in life as well. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm trying to be a realist. This commercial property, and this is why this ties in so well to the commercial part, because You know how you get the commercial business? It's about the relationships. It's about the relationships you have with these property managers. It's about these relationships that you've built. You don't do that by asking them to give fill out an auto bid form on your website and just by, texting back an answer on there. You build these relationships by who's in charge of facilities. Gosh, do you have any needs? Could I come out and walk the property with you? Could I meet you? You build these relationships by whenever you finally get that business, getting them the before and afters, answering any questions they have, offering to do a walk around after you're done with it. You make these people absolutely love you. All right, I got to stop ranting and read some comments. Okay. I help them with some O-rings for their painter's pressure washer. Cool. I assume we're talking about Crystal Clean. Hello, fellas, but it's showing up as Facebook user. I don't know who that is. Josh from Tropical, and 2 girls went to school a week ago. 9-year-old daughter tested positive today. Ugh. Josh, I will keep you on my prayer list, brother. Oh, and so Josh, if anyone wants to direct message Josh, it looks like he's got a couple of tickets for the Huge that he can't use. And thank you for that offer. Guys, that's Josh Rogovan. And like I said, I will definitely say a prayer tonight for the family and Godspeed on their recovery, man. Rick, what you saying here? The most worked out is 2 to 3 times more expensive than anyone else. Yeah. I love it. It's not about price, guys. This business is not about price. Manuel, quoted a guy yesterday, had some quit him cheaper, told me I went to his place and booked him for a house wash, got it right. So lucky you went to the property to do the quote. Yes. Going to these people, and I'm not saying, you know what, there's neighborhoods that I don't have to go to every house on, but I'll tell you what, the ones that I do go to, I get that business. Whenever I schedule the business, and when I schedule the walk around and the quote, show up looking decent and knowledged and wrapped truck and can sit there and talk to the people, it's my business. It's mine. Wild West, absolutely. Business in general is hard. That's why, 75% of the businesses fail within 10 years, 50% fail within 5 years, and 25% fail within a year and a half to 2 years. Yeah, business is hard. MTH, no, nothing about bidding commercial work, fitting, starting all over again with zero direction. I'm happy to help there wherever I can. Join Pro, the Pro staff will all help you on there. Love commercial. Most of the residential competitors can't do it because they aren't legit businesses. That's true. Something you're typically going to need in commercial is workers' comp. Most of my commercial customers are going to want to see commercial. They're going to want to see workers' comp. They're also going to want to see more than a $50,000, $80,000 insurance policy. You're in Sebring. That's interesting. I have not talked to corporate to see where all our moving areas are, but Sebring, Florida. Something else, so I've noticed about Crystal Clean is we can really handle a huge area, even if we don't have an office there as well. Amazon Guru's model, promise you, the Guru model is not working for commercial. Another thing too, I want to point out, you realize there's a guy out there that's only been in business for about a year and a half or so who's now written a book on how to start a pressure washing company? How do you freaking know? You've only been in business for a year and a half. How do you know what a successful company is? Because just by the odds, you're not going to make it. Yet you're telling people, oh, do it this way and you'll be successful. The odds say you're not going to be. Just saying. Anybody you give money to, you should ask to see a pro forma. You should ask to see a profit and loss statement. Anybody that's going to advise you on do it my way and you'll be successful, then why not just be able to say, okay, let me see where you were successful. To make good, clean money, you got to have real dirty hands. Amen. about to build a second machine outside of my dad. All on you. Alan, you know what? I tend to be a little truthful sometimes. Pay over ceiling world is exact same. I imagine it is. I imagine it really is. Stephen Michael Harp, another one of my local guys here. I thought you buy a pressure washer, magically the phone starts ringing. Yeah, amen. I've watched Stephen. Well, all of these. I've watched. I've got Taylor Hildebrand, Garrett Dyke, Stephen. 3 successful companies here in my market. I'm honored to call all of these guys friends on here, and they've all had to build a business. None of them have been successful overnight. They've all had rig failures. They've all had landscaping screw ups. They've all had slow years, and they've had a slow progression to success. There's no easy button. There's no unicorn farts and leprechauns out there doing this shit for you. It's growth, slow growth. And the more relationships you have, the more growth you're going to have. But stop going in here and buying into this crap that, it's just easy. Jason Ayers said, hey, well, I get to see Jason real soon. MTH here in my town. Yep, y'all hook up. Absolutely, Josh. And again, God bless you. MTH is in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Luke is a one-pony show. Gene, what are you saying out here? If you can work 40 weeks at $25,000 a week, you're grossing that amazing million. If you're lucky and very good, you might net 100. Pay me 1.5 and I can guarantee those results. And see, Jason, I somewhat disagree with you there. Depends on the commercial. It really depends on the commercial, and it depends on the residential too, because there's certainly some residential customers that can be a hell of a lot more of a headache. There's Nick giving a shout out to Perry. I didn't get that book. I guess I'm screwed. Nick's agreeing about the radio. Scott has a unicorn. Here's a guy who's literally, we probably could add up what all of us do here together, and we do not come close to doing what Scott does. And he's a pretty plain-spoken guy as well. And guys, I do apologize. I have to get home to my wife. The power's out because of our tropical storm. So I am going to excuse myself. We'll talk. I'm going to try to do this live from the Huge on our Thursday night show. If I don't see it at the Huge, I'm sorry. If I'm there, hey, come up and see me. Come up and shake my hand if I don't know you. I know a lot of names. I'm talked to so many people. Guys, wash on. I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry I have to leave, but I got to go take care of the family.